go, girls. Okay, RV live. Apparently there's 3 people waiting for this. Isn't that exciting? Got Catherine Cotella and Mermaid Catherine. Oh, more Swimtails, Steve. Yes. Am I actually live? It sometimes takes like a minute.
Yeah, we don't look live.
Aha, there we go. We're here.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know what it's at.
That's a major lag.
Aha, there we go. Yeah, it's always a major lag. But anyways, hi guys, welcome to Tail Tea Time, part 13.
Wow.
13 of these. Yes, we're back. I'm not that sick anymore. I've re-dyed my hair a little bit. This is my sister Jaira. You might have remembered her from hits such as, I don't know how to paint a water gun, help me out.
Yes.
And, Blood Faith!
Yes.
What else are you known for? Oh, being, oh, you did something really funny in one of my videos one time.
I've made a lot of weird faces in
Yes.
the swim videos.
Yes, in my swim videos. So yeah, this is my sister Jaira. She's here, and we got Moonbeam, a tail that I had for a while, and just doesn't get much use because it's ugly. Her butt is ugly. Her front looks great.
Yeah.
This is what the front looks like, but her butt is not pretty. So we're gonna repaint it. So do you want to do white or purple?
I don't know, whichever one you trust yourself less with. I'm the artist.
Okay, I'll do white. So it used to have this pearly finish, but this pearly finish sucks and doesn't stay on.
That's not
So the front has like this matte finish, which is permaset that I bought. So we're gonna be doing this. So I have some sponges. Yes, thank you, Gmail, for notifying me that there's something wrong on my channel. Yes, makeup sponges, which is a great way to apply paint, apparently. And some...
I don't like this. Why is this?
I'm not sure. I think I
That's
started
so
doing
gross.
it and then it didn't work. So yeah, I don't know what should we do about that.
I feel like, do you think the white would cover it?
I don't know. I mean, we could just keep going along this whole edge here.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should start with the white. Maybe we should just start with the white on that edge area.
Okay. I'm just gonna work on over here.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of clean up the fluke area. And I will do some dab-labbing of the stripy thing. Anyways, Headless Moonbeam is being painted. I know. I've, like, talked about it for, like, several years. Well, months. I did, like, repaint this a while ago.
You've repainted it more than once.
Yeah. But, I don't know, just something, like, I didn't ever get to the back or something. And it's, like, really hard to do painting projects like this because I usually generally need help from Jaira because she's good at art things.
And I have a life.
Yes, and we also like to use the kitchen table, which is a very shared space in a not very large house. So, we're here now. Our parents are away on vacation in Squamish, and yeah, well, we had work and school, and I have
lives.
Exciting thing. You guys remember my fellow mermaids of BC, Mermaid Kaida. She's also an Amathea tail owner. She's wonderful. She's one of my fellow mermaids of BC mods / admins, and she's amazing. She's like one of my closest mermaid friends. She is becoming a Canadian citizen tomorrow. Yes. So I'm gonna go to her swearing-in ceremony. I forget what citizenship ceremony, which will be a solemn and joyous occasion. So therefore, I must dress business casual. Go to the consulate's office or something. It's in Surrey, so. That's early in the morning tomorrow, so that's also why I couldn't do the camping. But, all is well. I have an idea. Do a lot of blending, like a fade from one color to another. So what paint do you use? This is Permaset Aqua. This is what, I'll show you guys here. This is what Courtney Mermaid uses on her painted fabric tails. Ta-da. I'll show you guys here too, so you can see. Anyways. I see we were talking about Swimtails. This is about the stuff I posted on the grotto. That was you? Possibly. Yeah. So, Swimtails is back and they're with a vengeance. I didn't think we'd get back onto this. But then again, when I put Swimtails in the title, that's all people want to talk about. Yeah. So, Swimtails is back. and they're successfully duping their dumb masses.
Again?
Yes. So, Swimtails is dead. They just kind of didn't work out, is what I've just chalked it up to being. And they were crappy business owners and did crappy things, and people like me called them out on stuff, and dumb people that were like, but their tails are pretty, was just like, well, let's just keep buying from them. And eventually they stopped doing well, and their business went under. Yeah. Anyways, and so now they're just kind of starting over again. They're like, oh, former Swimtails designer is running a new company that is all female run. Oh shoot, I need to water down this paint. This is far too thick. Yeah.
Maybe it just needs to be that thick. I think it still looks
No, I remember we watered it down last time?
good. No, I don't remember.
Okay. Oh well. It'll be thick. Anyways, so she's like started this new company called, I think, like Aquarius. I have it on a window here. My hands are covered in paint. Oh shoot. This was a terrible idea. Well, I guess I'll have this hand be my screen hand or my computer hand. But here it is. I'll put it on this desktop. So guys, let me know if you can. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Okay, that's my desktop. Oh, maybe I should just go onto my YouTube. So, anyways, I'm on a Swimtails window right now. I don't know, like, if my screen sharing is, like, working, or not working. It's hard to tell. Let me just pull up YouTube on my phone real quick. Hey, look, it's on the homepage. My own live stream is on the homepage. No, okay, it's not. RIP! I don't know what's up with my Streamlabs, or my OBS, because it's probably just because I don't have multi-windows, I just have my laptop here with me. But anyways, so Swimtails is like, yo, check this out. I think they're called, like, Aquarius Designs or something. And, yeah, Aquarius Mermaid Tails. And they're like, yes, 100%. We are former Swimtails designer, and we're making exclusive tails, and so people are like, oh, I bet it's not that bad person, Ryan. Yes it is. So it's his wife, Christy, and I don't know the status of their relationship, but I can't imagine being married to either one of them results in a happy, healthy life.
Wow, that's some real shade.
Yeah, anyways, so they own Swimtails together, and they didn't know how to run a company as a husband and wife, I think. And so I'm sure that a fair share of their business problems came down to just other issues as well, but, I mean, I can't speculate, I don't know the state of that. But, so, anyways, but Christy doesn't have Ryan Newman's last name, so if anyone, like, has only heard the name Ryan Newman associated with Swimtails, they may or may not know that Christy is also, like, his wife, and they have kids together, as far as I know. And so, yeah, like, from what I know, that was kind of her thing in the past, is that she kind of owned the company and did a lot of the design work, but maybe let Ryan handle a lot of the things, which may or may not have been a good idea. And anyway, so they're like, oh, I'm Christy, I'm a former designer of Swimtails, and I am doing this thing now. And everyone's like, wow, great, Swimtails is back. And they're like, and it's not with that same owner. I'm like, yes, it is! It's not someone who's doing contract work for them, it's the friggin' owner of the company. But they're like, no, it's not Ryan. I'm like, yes, it is. Someone posted a link to a GoDaddy kind of like search for who registered a domain, and Ryan Newman's name is plastered all over the who owns this website that is Aquarius Mermaid, which isn't even. There's already someone in the community that designs tails who's been doing it for a while, whose name goes by Aquarius Mermaid Designs. I should message her, because I really gotta reach out to her, because she does really cool painted tails. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm like, yo, what the heck? What the heck? And so everyone's like, oh my gosh, yes. And I'm like, no. Frustrate. Anyways, so yeah, Swimtails is, people who like their designs are like, we're back. Oh boy, we want to buy from you guys again. Clearly haven't learned our lessons. And I'm like, no, don't. But, so what she's saying, now maybe, benefit of the doubt, maybe is, what she's saying is that she's going to adopt a, arguably not very good, but the business model that Finfolk has, where you have very, very limited releases, and she's like, even a certificate of authenticity, and I'm like, okay, calm down. And the designs look about like the same as the Swimtails design, just slightly different, which I think is kind of pissing a lot of people off. It's like, you're the same person. Why don't you bring back those same designs that are technically your IP? And they're like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. So, anyways, I mean, I don't know how much damage they can do if they have, like, really limited releases compared to what they're trying to do when they pump out. It's funny. On their, like, goodbye stuff, they were saying, like, oh yeah, we sold 100,000 tails. And then on her blog post on the new website, she's like, 90,000 tails. I'm like, so the number's dropped by 10K already? Interesting. Is Swimtails local? Swimtails is based out of Colorado. And if I was on tour, I would have been in Colorado a few weeks ago. Or not even a few weeks ago, like a few days ago.
Kick down their door.
And I was gonna be like, I should go pay him a visit, be like, hey! No.
It's me.
That would have been problematic, but also extremely funny. Apparently it's actually not, someone said I'd been there, they're like, oh yeah, it's not even like anything great. They're like, it's basically just like a print warehouse for like signage. Because I think that they possibly like owned another business, I just don't know what. I can't remember if I could find Ryan on LinkedIn or not. Not that I want to connect with him. I do have a few mermaid professionals on LinkedIn, which makes me feel happy. Anywho, do you prefer painted tails or one with scales? Definitely one with scales, but this is just like a fun little project. I had a friend who made this and did some of the painting, but she was like, wow, this paint sucks. And so, like, this stuff here, like, looks really good, but the white stuff just kind of fades, and so I'm trying to repaint it in my own crap-tastic way. Anyways, yes, I do have LinkedIn. I use it for networking of business and applying for jobs.
People use it.
Yeah, professional business people use it. I don't know if actors use it, but I'm sure they don't. So what are you doing on the fluke there, Jai?
I am just trying to even out all the parts of the purple where it's like really faded and gross looking. But
Yes.
it's kind of hard because I'm trying not to paint over the stripes and
Well,
dots.
we got painty brushes here. You see.
but you don't know blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yes, you can fine-tune it. And maybe we should get water so you can dilute that down so it fades a little better.
Yeah, it's not fading very well. I was just trying to like sponge it or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't really working.
Dab, dab, dab. Anyways, I'm painting a tail now too. Oh, nice. My friend used to have Swimtails tails. Some kid pushed her into a pool, and she almost drowned because she could not get the tail off at all. Oh, it was not safe. Which tail was that? Because I know that you have to be careful with really any tail with like a vinyl fluke because they can do the ballooning. Like my Finfolk yesterday when I went swimming in it, my new one. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a new tail. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram, but if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. Because I'm very active on there, at least I try to be.
Post every day, which is way better than me.
Yes. I mean, I've been kind of bad lately because I just like, sometimes I'll be working all day and I can't post while I'm at work, and then I get home or I go out and then I forget about posting. I'm like, whoopsies, sorry. But yeah, I got a classic Clio from Finfolk. Well, not from Finfolk, from a girl who purchased one from Finfolk, tried it on, and was like, I have their Goddess Gold Mythic already. I don't know why she purchased fabric if she had Mythic, but anyways, I was like, meh, I don't need this, and just kind of kept it around, and one of you lovely people recommended that I purchase it from her, and I didn't know she was selling it, so I was like, hooray! And it's an extra small, and it fits me perfectly, and I'm so happy. And there's a hair in the paint. Yes. I think the kitty got a hold of the tail or something, or it was in my room, and there's cat fur, or something like that. I'm really not doing a good job. This doesn't look very smooth. It was a Finis Aquarius. Aha, yes. Have you heard of Neverland's Tales yet? No, I have not. They sound
Can the
interesting.
white cover the purple bits?
Let's see.
Kind of. Yeah, actually, that works.
Okay.
Sweet, because that looks better.
Okay. You want to maybe do the fine-tuning of that then?
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun,
How do
dun.
we water this down?
With water.
We just stick some in a bowl and pour some water in it?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Because I don't know the process of this cake.
Sorry! Sorry, guys. Here, look at the tail. Neat angle.
I'm so glad there's a delay now because I got to watch that.
Yeah, rude. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, dear. Oh, now there's paint on my webcam. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm a functional adult human. Great.
You can see approximately one tiny piece of
Super duper. Yeet. Oh, shut up. You guys are mean. Mean followers.
He's funny.
Yes, it was funny. Alright, how's that look? Let's go to the actual streaming service software. There we go. Yeet. Perfecto. Alrighty. Well, definitely paint on my mouse pad now. It's fine.
It's so much paint.
It's fine. It's liquidy. Anyways, Neverland Tales is a new tail making company from Australia, and so far they look really good. Great. Good to have someone. Oh no! I got. No! Shoot. This does not bode well. This is why I have Jaira with me. She's much better at the painting things. Ah!
It's good at the tea.
Yes, I'm great at the tea and the hosting. Jaira is arguably a lot better when it comes to being a competent artist. As you can tell,
I'm never going to make a tail.
no, it's...
Okay, how do you blot more into the...
Get the paintbrush and just scoopy.
Should I scoopy some... I don't know what I'm doing.
Just get some paint. And with it, actually maybe we'll do this. We'll pour a bit of water into it. So otherwise that's losing the water. And then just stir it around. And then there is some dilution happening.
That looks disgusting.
Yes, it's a delicious soup. Anyways. What was I talking about? Someone mentioned fin funds. Fin funds are good. Fin funds are spectacular. And don't think that you're lesser because you have a fin fund. Fin funds are some of the best quality tails out there for beginners because
They're popular because they're good.
yeah, they're popular because they're good. Just because, like, everyone has one doesn't mean it's bad. Also, like, you will not believe the amount of beginner people who get, like, a fin full and fun knockoff, or Finful knockoff, from Amazon, or Wish, or Bonanza, or AliExpress, and are like, wow! Like, you're already a step above the regular normies. If you use Fin Fun instead of mermaid tail. You know, you feel me?
Kind of getting ready.
Heyo. Should I maybe paint this part white first?
That might make sense.
So we can blend. Here, I'll just...
Yes.
Go
Go a little farther.
Oh,
Honestly, make my life easier if it was further up.
this is reminding me of the movie Blended. And they're like, we are blending, 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 blending.
What's that?
Have you not seen the movie Blended?
Maybe? What's it about?
It's with Adam Sandler, so therefore it's a masterpiece. And it's about, it's like a romantic comedy about, like, two single parents that kind of despise each other.
That movie.
Such a good movie. Okay, this is our blending.
That's like the
session.
most Adam Sandler movie ever. Adam Sandler.
No, Just Go With It is the most Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, as it turns out, I don't know my Adam Sandler movies at all. I've seen them all approximately once, actually. I've seen, like, 3 of them once.
If your monofin gets any kind of pilling, you can always cover the inside, turn the cover inside out if you don't have any. Yeah, oh, that's a good point. I don't know if that would do much to, like, the structural integrity of said monofin, but that's a really, really good idea to kind of make it look pretty again. Never thought of that. Although, sometimes they do have, like, squishy fin tips, so they'd be, like, backwards because they'd be inside out, but that's still a decent idea. Oh yes, right, my new tail. Yes, so I purchased the classic Clio, and we had our Halloween Mermaids of BC meetup, which was fun. Yeah, so I decided to name my tail Pumpkin Spice. I thought that was a seasonally festive, fun, cute name for it. And I wore my new orange seashells that kind of look like pumpkins, so they were also seasonally appropriate. I'm probably doing, like, way too much gooping of paint, but it's fine. I kind of want to just get, like, even coverage here. Oh, shoot. It's fine. It's fine. As you can tell, I'm not an extremely talented artist. Your monofins get smaller as the feet says grows. Don't really know what you mean. Like, it'll appear smaller on you as you get bigger. Honestly, your monofin will stretch as your feet get bigger or as you use it more, presuming we're talking about, like, a fin-fun monofin. But generally, the more adultier and larger you get, the bigger monofin you're gonna want to have. Like, I don't know anyone that, like, when they're, you know, progressing as a person and a mermaid and growing up, they're like, I want a smaller monofin. like fools get small flukes. No, I mean, it's all personal preference, but big flukes are where it's at. I like big flukes and I cannot lie. If you want a realistic tail for things on land, try Magic Tail. It'll be a see-through, but it's only super apparent to the water. Hey, that's a good point. I haven't really done a ton of land stuff in my Magic Tails. I have 2 of them, and I love them dearly. I have my first Magic Tail, which was my second tail ever. It was teal.
And I was like, why are you buying a second tail? You already have one.
And I was like, there's a difference in quality! And it was quite the difference in quality.
Yeah, it looked way more realistic.
Yeah, and I was like, it's so pretty! And thus the addiction was born. And now I have 29. Who would have thought? 29. I mean, like, I don't, like, own 29 tails.
Right.
Like,
29,
I think,
that's counting, like, mine.
yeah, 29 is counting, like, I've given away 3, and 1 has died.
This does not mean she's going to give you a tail.
No, 1 is a mahina, and some of them, like, I've given parts of it to other people, but yeah, I have had 29 tails. I think now, currently, in my personal collection that I can just take from, there's like 25. Yeah. Have you used the Linden in your fin folk? I have. It worked, kind of. I need to make, like, a video properly explaining all, like, my monofin trials in my fin folk, because that's, like, the main thing that they wanted me to do, was try a bunch of monofins in my fin folk, because I have a vast collection. I have, like, 14 monofins. Soon to be, I think, 15. I'm getting another mahina for reasons that are justifiable.
What color are you getting?
Black. I've wanted the black mahina for so long, so please. Anyways, yeah. So I've tried the Linden in my fin folk, and it worked, but I don't know, something about how large and somewhat stiff the Linden is. It didn't quite work as well as different monofins. Like the shooter, it's like stiff, but it like works with the mahina just because it kind of like, it's stiff, but it like just bends and snaps, or not, I mean the fin folk. Yeah, exactly. It does that, but other ones like my Finished Tempo, it's a lot wavier than the Linden, and so it rolled with the vinyl. But the Linden, it kind of like just resisted with the vinyl, and so that actually added to the drag. Same thing as happens if you use a Finished Wave inside your Finfolk. Now that's not to say that the wavier monofin you have, the better. In fact, I tried using my friend's what's it called, Luna monofin, and that was a nightmare and a half. I really don't like the Linden to begin with, so, or the Luna, I mean. I love the Linden. Luna, not so much. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it's very tricky to explain, and I think it just has to do with, like, how much of the vinyl you have and how bendy it is, but I just 100% recommend the shooter, and, like, anything else, you probably won't get as good results as you would with the Finished Shooter model, and that's kind of my TLDR. Found another kitty hair. Goodness. Has she been sleeping on this tail? Which tail's the safest? Aphid Van. How's that blending going?
Okay.
Alright.
Looks like I like how this one.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I think that's my favorite one so far.
That's hard because this sponge is turning white. It's getting white on other non-white parts.
Yes. I'm just kind of adding more painting, hoping it'll be smooth and even. This is fine. Wait, Two Tails or Two Tails? Because Two Tails lost their printing company and can't make more plus sizes. Oh, geez, that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Two Tails makes plus size mermaid tails. I know that, but I didn't know that they lost their deal with their printing company, which is interesting because I was considering ordering a bulk order from them. So
A bulk order?
yeah,
You're getting bulk tails?
yes,
What?
reasons. Don't question me.
That's all I ever do.
Yeah. There's another hair. I just keep finding more and more of them. How many people do we have watching? 14. Aha! And I see only 13 of you press the like button. You must press the like button.
Well, it could have spilled the other way.
Mm-hmm. Could have spilt towards the computer and the tail. That would have been bad. We're fine. We're fine. There's a reason why I put this off. It's because it's hard. Yeah, I emailed them. They would be restocking the lilac pink one because I adore it, and that's what they told me. Ah, that's too bad. Well, maybe things will turn around. The pink lilac sea pearl is so pretty. I do love that one. I think that's one of my favorite ones I have from them. I mean, I only have 3, but... In my opinion, Fin Fun all the way, easy to get, on and off, open bottom food for easy mom from access good quality fabric. Indeedly so. And they have a lot of resources on, like, using your tail as your first tail and, like, being ready for a mermaid tail, which other mermaid tail companies don't do, like, as well. It's just all I think whenever you blend things. We're getting closer. I've been hoping someone would list it online to buy sell trade groups. Yeah. I don't know if anyone would. The thing about those tails is that, like, once you're at the point that you want to sell it, unless it's, like, for financial reasons or whatever, it's not really that resellable. Because it's, like, it's not like they're bad quality, but they're just a little bit cheap. And so things will wear out and not look as packaged good. Like, Lord knows my pink lilac sea pearl, I would not want to sell that to anyone. Like, it's so pretty, and I love it, and I wear it.
Lilac sea pearl?
Magenta.
Oh.
Like, I love that one, it's so beautiful, but, like, I wouldn't want to give that to someone or sell it to them because it's just like, it's stretched out, it's baggy, it's fading and rubbed in some spots, and it's peeling, and Jesus, purple does not go over well. It looks so nice on the flute, nice and vibrant now. Kind of clashes with like dark purple we have here, but it's fine. I don't know how Courtney does it. This is hard. Painting tails is not easy to do. Especially when your paint has been sitting in a Tupperware thing for like a year. But it's fine. I'm late to the stream. Who is the tail you're painting? Was it blank? It was Moonbeam. Well, it is Moonbeam. Tail I purchased from... Or no, I didn't purchase it. I was gifted it by Mermaid Moongazer. And it kind of was half finished, and so I've been working on finishing it, and adding on my own signature flair and things, but it's a work in progress. I haven't worn it out in a very long time. I think last time I wore it was last March, but I do want to fix it up and do a swim with Mermaid Biosa, because she has her Kaiko Orca tail, and I think that those two would look lovely together. Don't you agree?
This tail's very fishy.
Yes, I like it. It's got a very natural, interesting look to it. And that's what I adore about this. So I try not to do stuff, but like the white paint on the back was peeling real bad. It didn't look good, so like even on the front, like that's kind of what my paint job looks like on the front. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So it's got a very homemade tail feel. Homemade by Faith, who is not talented much at all. Which one of your finful tails do you like better? I mean, I've only swam the Classic Cleo once, but so far I think I like the Andromeda better just because I think it swims a lot easier. Now, I might have just had something not quite right, but I wore the shooter on my first swim yesterday.
There's so many different purples happening.
Yes. And it was just, bleh. Is your artist brain going, eh?
Yeah, but also because it's wet, so I can't really tell if it's going to blend well when it's dry.
Well, this is what it looks like when it's dry.
It's very red, actually.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much the color of your hair.
Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah, I redyed my hair, too. I wanted it to be more burgundy, but I don't know. What color would you say this is?
Magenta.
Yeah, it's very magenta, which I like it. I'm like the dog from Blue's Clues. Wow, wow. No, no, stop!
I love how you kept patting it. Like, no,
It's been got. Whatever. I still need to clean that part of my arm. I went to a Halloween party last night, and I was wearing my Virtuoso arm fins, and for some reason they had like this weird tacky tar sticky stuff on the little elastic that goes like right on my elbow. So I noticed that last time I went swimming with them, and I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was the fact that like I work at a frozen yogurt shop, and I have to sometimes stick my arm inside the machines like you're delivering a baby cow, and so sometimes I get like stripes of yogurt up on my forearm and my elbow, and so I thought it was like just that reacting to like the hot water, but I was like, is this burnt yogurt? But no, it was just...
Did you lick it?
No, of course I didn't lick it. I smelled it, and I couldn't figure out what it was, so I was like, oh well, and I just washed it off, and yeah, now mystery solved, I know what it is. And I told my friend who went swimming with me, and he was like, aha! It makes sense now. I still love the Olympia, even though it's not exactly my colors, but Finfolk doesn't make a size big enough for me. Ah, that's too bad. Would you recommend starting to get a FinFun custom tail? Yeah, it's basically the same as a FinFun, just custom. But if you're maybe, like, brand new at designing tails or digital artwork or whatever, might be in your best interest to try and commission someone to do it for you, because if you have a poorly designed tail, sometimes it can make you feel sad.
Yes, like my tail.
Her tail isn't poorly designed, it's pretty.
It's tacky.
No.
But I have not bothered to buy my own tail because Faith has so many.
I am your unlimited tail dealer.
There will never be a time when she's like, oh, sorry, all my tails are being used. But
Most of them exist solely for decoration now.
I feel like you need to get a second wall.
Where can I get a second wall?
Buy one?
Oh, I can't buy a second wall. I can't purchase more real estate inside our house.
Not bad.
Well, I mean, I could put them on, like, my far wall, where I used to hang my monofins, but I like how that wall is so empty and beautiful now. You can customize the fin fun tail to your measurements if you get Groa Tails, their custom measurements as well. Yeah. Wow, Groa Tails. Haven't heard that name in a while. Someone in Pennsylvania, in the Pennsylvania pod, I think, had an issue with them. I believe it was Groa Tails. Don't quote me on that. It was one of those, like, way back from yonder mermaid tail makers, and I'm like, you're still here? Like Mermaid... Shoot. What was her name? Mermaid Aqua? No, it wasn't Mermaid Aqua. Aqua Tails. Y'all remember my Aqua Tails review?
What was your Aqua Tails?
It was Crush, that somewhat ugly, but kind of pretty in its own right, green tail for the Luna.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, they died. They were like, we can't make good tails that people want to buy. And I'm like, no, you can't. I mean, your tail was nice for 2006. But, yeah, so. They died, and yeah, I'm surprised that other, like, Miami Beach Mermaids and other tail makers like that, like, didn't get into the printed stuff. Like, I'm surprised that they're still around, like Groa Tails and stuff, because, like, handmade fabric tails with, like, shiny, pretty fabrics, they're expensive, and they're not easy to do, but it's not worth it buying if you can get a printed tail with a monofin that isn't crap for just the same amount of money and get it way quicker. Like, it's no question. And I mean, sparkle tails have their place, but I think that place is now reserved for people who want to try making their own tail and, you know, don't want to try and print it and don't want to try and paint it. Like, that's a good option, is buying sparkly fabric or mermaidy spandex and hoping that it works in the water and crying if it doesn't. But yeah, it's like people who actually tried to make it a business, there's no way that's sustainable. It's just the times have changed, and I think there was some eyebrow hair in his tail. It's just like, don't work like that anymore. I'm sorry. You guys were great, and you did a great service to our community, but yeah, you gotta either step it up or just not do it.
Step down.
Yeah, step it up or step down. That's a good saying. That's business for ya. I love my fin fun tail quite a bit. Yeah. OMG Grow Tail website looks ancient. Yep. I love my fin fun tails too. Oh boy, custom shiny tails are hard to make. I've made 4, 3 toddler, 1 adult, and they're rough even on a great machine. Yeah, like, they're not an easy thing to make. But it's not like, I mean, it's really impressive when you could say, like, oh, I made one, but, like, people aren't like, wow, by it anymore. Like, if I wore my first fin fun tail to the pool, people would not be wowed like it, like they were 5 years ago.
People were shook.
Yeah.
She was approached by, like, every little girl in the pool. And now it's like, ah, yes, another mermaid tail.
Yeah. Yeah, now I could wear, like, my fancy pants, like, my fanciest, expensivest fabric tail, and people would not even bat an eye, really. But I mean, I'm also gotten a lot better at being incognito too, because I don't like people talking to me. I'm like, go away! I'm trying to frickin' film something.
How
like,
do you do that? Like, how do you be incognito when you look like that?
Oh, well, I put a tail on subtly next to the pool, get in the water, stay under the water. Don't do tail slaps. Don't swim where there's obnoxious children that will draw attention to you. Don't make eye contact with people. And yeah, generally it works out okay. It was so funny. I was with my friend Wyatt at the pool, and there was this guy that, like, came over, was like, wow, mermaid! And I was like, uh-huh. And then and he, like, looked like he was gonna ask a question, and I just went blah 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 under the water and swam away. And my friend said later, he's like, oh yeah, this guy, like, asked me to take a picture of him on the diving board, and I'm like, ha! Suck to suck. Yeah, it was like this old guy surfaced, and he's like, okay, take a photo of me jumping off.
I'm getting a phone.
No. What? Who is it?
No, I just got her.
Oh, it is our father.
He's gonna help me.
Oh. Bye. 20 minutes left on the live stream, by the way. I normally go from 4 till 5, but I have a party at 5 that I need to get to. So, yes. I guess people here haven't seen many tales. People are always impressed when I roll up to the local hotel and fin fun or Swimtails. Oh, that's great. I can't access Facebook. I have helicopter parents. I have a job, for goodness sakes, and can't spend my own earned money on anything not approved. Well, what you could do is get a side job, side hustle, get a different bank account. Like, it's great that your parents are guiding you in your finances, but honestly, it's really good to have somewhat of your own sense of financial independence if you're, like I've been reading up on, like, kind of personal finance stuff, and, like, when you're in any sort of relationship where, like, maybe you don't, I mean, it's bad, but, like, if you entirely don't trust the people you love, like, you know, if you're with family that may have issues with money and want to take yours, or if you're with a spouse that you're afraid of being, like, stuck with and being entirely dependent on them, it's always a good idea to have a different bank account. Like, I have a different bank account just in case things go south ever. I have a different bank account that no one else can access or control, just me. And it's just good to, like, have a little bit of your own financial freedom and independence, just in case, just to cover your bases. And so what I would suggest, some advice, is possibly, like, looking into getting a second job, and having that direct deposit into a different bank account. You can do that, or you could just, you know, start moving stuff into a different bank account, or, you know, something like that. Like, that's, I mean, I don't know how old you are, what your situation is, but it's kind of silly. Like, as long as you're responsible about your money and putting stuff away towards bills, college, car, etc., like, there's no reason why you can't enjoy your earned money. Like, when I had my first job, like, I had, like, my phone bill to pay and a few other things, but, you know, when I had my first job, and no other living expenses, I was happy as a clam to spend my money on moderately expensive to me mermaid things with my own hard-earned money, and my parents were fine with that, but they also told me, hey, Faith, don't spend all of your savings on a $1,600 mythic tail, and I'm glad they told me that. Because if I had purchased a $1,600 mythic tail with all of my hard-earned money, then I wouldn't have gotten my silicone. So, there's that.
Can I get the edges?
Uh-huh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, dear. My hands are all diluted and painty. No bueno. So are you cleaning up the edges there, Jay?
Yes, I am.
Very good.
I think I'm done with it.
Yes, I think that looks great.
It looks pretty even.
Yeah. Look at that. So satisfying. Mm-hmm. It's nice and clean. It's tasty. Like mayonnaise.
No, this plate is not.
Just eat a big old spoonful of mayonnaise. That's like what my best friend does. She loves mayonnaise.
She does that?
I had a party here once upon a time, and my friend went into the kitchen to, like, get a glass or something, and saw Megan eating mayonnaise out of the jar with a spoon. Our mayonnaise. Now, she claims that she was just taking a spoonful of mayonnaise to dip her pizza in. But that's still outright weird.
Yeah, that's still weird.
That's still like, girl, what do you... Stop. Megan, no, why? Yeah. Good times. Good times, indeed.
Love making fun of her on live streams.
It's fine. She doesn't watch them. Okay, thank you so much for suggesting that. I'll look into a second bank account sometime next week. So as soon as I turn 18, I'm gone. Savings are a good thing to have. So is a little freedom. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would suggest 100%. Like, you know, if you're almost 18, you should definitely have some form of control over your own finances. Yeah, I would definitely suggest getting a second bank account and just starting, like, moving things into it and, you know, practicing paying bills and making purchases on that and, you know, maybe getting some interest or such and such. Yeah. Good afternoon, evening, lovely fishes. Hey, Simon Sadie's! Welcome, welcome. Swagbucks is a good side hustle as well. You take surveys for money, it's very legit. Yeah! Yeah, we used Swagbucks for a while.
Yeah, it was quite a while. We would get, like, Old Navy gift cards, and we'd get all our clothes at Old Navy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, every, like, 2 months or so, we'd use our Swagbucks money to get Old Navy gift card and go on a little girls' shopping spree. We only did, like, the search engine side of Swagbucks, and so we didn't accumulate it very fast.
Sometimes we do polls and games.
Yes, yeah, and sometimes we do surveys, but I found that the surveys, like, were pretty hard to, like, I don't know, I don't think I ever really did them right, or I did the, like, first survey thing right, so, yeah, I thought I could cheat the system, but I don't think it worked all that well. I'm thinking about donating plasma next year. That's cool. One of my old bosses at Pure Freedom did that. He was like, it's the best part of my week. I lie down, and I'm paid to do nothing, but I'm donating plasma, and I get $100 for lying there for an hour, and he's like, it's very relaxing to me. I'm like, Wade, you need help.
Plasma?
Yeah, so it's kind of like the squishy bits of your blood, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's donating blood.
Yeah, but, so in Canada, we've got different rules about selling your body, because I've looked into it. You can't be a surrogate for money.
Oh.
Yeah, so surrogacy, like, you could only do it altruistically, which means out of the goodness of your own heart. So if your uterus doesn't work, I would donate mine. Maybe.
Thanks.
Depending on how dusty mine is.
I'd do the same for you.
Great. Maybe. We may have to. And you can't sell your eggs or your sperm. I don't think you can sell your sperm in Canada. It's like part of some reproductive act. And yeah, you can't sell your blood or your plasma. So you can donate stuff. And I have a very close friend who's like donated tons and tons of blood. He just like does it all the time. It's his favorite thing. Which is great. He works with the Red Cross and he just gives all his blood away. It's awesome. But yeah, in Canada you can't make money off of that sort of stuff, so you can't, like, get paid to, yeah.
That's good. That's probably healthier.
Yeah, I'm like, it makes sense, but also, I'm like, I have so many eggs. They could just be given to, or I could just make money off of them.
Edges aren't super clean, but they are. I got rid of the ugly other colors.
Yes, this one's good. Yeah, I don't really know what it takes to qualify donating the plasmas, but I know that I probably wouldn't do it because I'm not getting paid. Probably don't really want to do it. Donating blood, maybe plasma. I've heard is a little more painful than donating blood. It's fine right now.
What was the idea of like a needle going into you and taking something out? Like. That creeps me out. I don't know.
Have you not had a blood test?
I've never had a blood test.
Really?
I've never had my blood taken from my body.
Oh, it's not terrible. You just look away.
I know, but like, I saw Ellie get her blood test, and I was like, ugh.
No.
Since then,
I'm sure Ellie's a lot more used to it than you are.
Absolutely. Ellie's a freaking needle champ.
Yeah. We're just like geniuses. But I had a friend in high school. We both needed blood tests like within a couple months of each other, and we went together, and we just showed each other memes the entire time.
Nice.
Yes, it was a good bonding moment. So,
what is this mess?
I don't
do that.
Maybe.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
Done goofed. This is looking really good. Making tails is so fun. Yes, I think that's a definite improvement and something I might actually want to wear in public. So what we need to do is let this dry and then we'll heat set it. And I think I'm just gonna sauce it in the dryer like I did last time.
That's your heat setting now? Just
yeah, you can do that. You can just tumble it, like, on high heat, but gentle. And I'm like, that sounds easier than ironing it, because I don't know. Ironing didn't seem to work all that well. Thanks for telling me about Swagbucks signing up for it now. Yay! Good. It's a good way It's a good way to make money.
It's literally like free money. It just takes time.
Yeah. Hey, this is my straw cleaning brush. Why is it in with our paintbrushes?
Oof. That's why I keep my straw cleaner in my room.
Well, I always bring my straws to the sink to clean them. Ugh, yucky. She says, sitting it down on the counter that's probably not been cleaned in 10 years. Odds I could give you a referral link. Is that a lot of much? You might be able to paste a link, and I just might need to allow it. So just try pasting it. Good times. Yeah. We're helping each other out. My side hustle. I mean, this was my side hustle. Although no one's super chatted me in a while. Yeah, YouTube. Okay, YouTube stuff is like my side hustle. And then I also teach swimming lessons with a group called Propel, which does like freelance swim lessons here in Vancouver and in Ontario as well. And it's pretty good because I did pretty well with that. And it was fun. And I got to teach swimming lessons and not crush my soul while doing so, which is an odd combination. Because community rec, teaching swimming lessons, just made me want to die. Ooh, I just shudder thinking about it. Like, bleh. It's just terrible. It's terrible. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Although I did do some swimming lessons over the summer. 10
out of 10 would not recommend?
Yes. Like, I did them at the outdoor pool I worked at briefly this summer, and it wasn't so bad, but I had really, really small classes and a decent time teaching them. It was good people I worked with and worked for, but yeah, and like it was a really, really small pool, so it wasn't like 15 instructors in the water like it was at my other job, which I hated so much, and now I work all by myself making yogurt. So that's a lot better.
Oh, we both work alone.
Yes. What do you do?
I work all by myself answering phones for a truck place. And I say, hi. Okay, listen, sir, I don't know anything about trucks. Let me transfer you to someone who knows things about trucks. That's my whole job.
Very good. Did they call and be like, I have an issue with my engine? And you're like...
Some people do that, and they just keep talking. They don't stop. I don't know if it's, like, worse to, like, interrupt them and be like, sir, let me transfer you. Or if I just let them say their whole entire spiel and then transfer them and then make them say it again. I don't know what's worse.
Well, usually when I call customer service about something, like with my credit card or my phone, I'll just be like, hello, I'm having an issue with this. And they'll be like, we'll transfer you to this person, rather than being like, I have an issue with my phone because it's not doing this, but I don't know how to do this and how to fix help.
Yes, good job.
Yes, that's how you not be a crappy customer.
Yes.
It's honestly like a life skill. People are like, oh, I'm entitled to this. I'm like, no, it's a skill you learn to be, like, not a crappy customer. Because being not a crappy customer entitles you, or doesn't entitle you, but it, like, it helps you out when you're not a crappy person, the customer service people. Like you. Yeah, like, learning how to talk on the phone and getting what you want without being a crappy person is a good life skill to have. Like, when I was calling people about getting a visa, instead of just being like, I need this, and they'd be like, well, I don't know. Instead of being like, oh, okay, I'd be like, okay. You know, I'd say something like, all right, thank you. I'm like, do you think you could possibly, like, do you know someone in your office that would know? Or is there someone you can transfer me to? Or an email I can contact? Or who would you recommend for this? Or is there someone who can connect me to the right thing? Like, instead of just kind of giving up, but being nice to them and saying, like, I know you probably don't have the answers, but you might know someone that does. And they'll usually be like, yes, I will happily give this issue to someone else.
Nice.
And that someone else might be actually happy to help you because it's their job. So.
Yeah, now that I work kind of in phone sales, I guess, I finally know how to talk to people on the phone.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, I finally am not, like, afraid of it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes, it's not that hard. But yet, I'm the only person in my pod, apparently, that can do it. They're like, does this pool allow tails? I'm like, I don't know, call them. They're like, ah, that's scary. I'm like, but I've worked in aquatics, so I know the deal, and I can say, when's your aquatic leader in? They'll be like, let me check. I'll be like, great, I will call back on this day. Purple and white.
No. Why would you do that?
Delicious. Okay, it is like 4:25. I got to go to a party. I gotta wash all this paint off my hands. But yes, we will let this dry. It'll be fun. Thank you guys for watching. And then we can maybe come back next week and see what it looks like. I think I'll be here next week. I think. Anyways, have a good one, everyone. I will see you later. Say bye, Jaira.
Bye.